Coordinate geometry for class 10th. In this video we are going to discuss about the section formula. Now जैसा कि नाम suggested है, section formula means suppose we have a line obtained by joining two points, and on this line we take a point, so that point will divide our line into two parts, and we can find the ratio of those two parts. So if we have to find the coordinates of that particular point which divides our line into a particular ratio, then we use the section formula. So let me discuss what is this section formula now. Suppose here you can see a line AB is drawn. We have taken the coordinate for A to be x1 y1 and coordinate for B to be x2 y2. Then we have taken a point P on this line whose coordinate we have taken as x comma y. Now the P will divide this line into two parts. One part is your AP and second part is PB. The line is divided into two parts. Now definitely if we will divide these two lines, these two distances AP and PB, we are going to get one ratio. Let me denote that ratio by M1 ratio M2. So this way means this part AP is denoted by the M1 part of the ratio and PB is denoted by M2 part of the ratio. Now with this much information we have to find the coordinates for this point P, that is x comma y. Now what is the coordinate for x1? Now how we find this formula? Suppose we are taking this part of the ratio, suppose left hand side part of the ratio, then we will go to the right hand side of the x coordinate. So we will multiply m1 with x2, m1 x2. When we take right hand side of part of the ratio, then we go to the left hand side x coordinate, that is x1. So we will multiply m2 x1. So this is the procedure: m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 divided by the sum of the ratio, and sum of the ratio here will be m1 plus m2. So this way we find the coordinate for x, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. Now we have to find the coordinate for y. Same procedure we will take. If we are taking left hand side ratio, that is m1, then we will take the right hand side coordinate. So m1 multiply y2. First of all this will come, then we will take m2 multiply y1. So we got m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon, everywhere in the denominator we will take the sum of the ratio m1 plus m2. So these x and y are the coordinates of a point P which divides this line AB into two parts and whose ratio is m1 upon m2. Now here the point P is lying on the line AB. We may have section formula for a point P which do not lie on the line AB but outside the line AB. In that case, that is called external section formula, external division section formula, which is not in your course right now. Here we are going to discuss only the internal division section formula, means the point will lie on the line joining the two points. So this way we can find the coordinates for x and y with the help of section formula. Now let me discuss the derivation of this concept. Now let me see this figure. Suppose we are given a line AB. We can see here in the figure, on a Cartesian plane we have taken 2 points. First is A, second is B. The coordinates for the A are x1 y1, coordinate for the B are x2 y2. They are joined by a straight line. On this line we have taken a point P whose coordinate we have taken in general form x comma y. and we have to find this x and y. Now, as we have discussed right now, this AP and PB, when we will divide the length of AP and PB, means AP upon PB, we will get certain ratio, and that ratio is denoted by M1 upon M2. We can see here in this box PA upon PB. This ratio is equals to M1 upon M2. So what is the information? We have the coordinate for A, we have the coordinate for B, we know the ratio in which this point P divides AB. Then with the help of all this we have to find the coordinates for P, that is x comma y. So let me see this derivation. Now what we are going to do for deriving the formula for x and y coordinate, from A we will drop a perpendicular AR, from P we will drop a perpendicular PS, from B we will drop a perpendicular PT. Similarly from A we will make a perpendicular on PS, that is AQ, and on BT. From P we will make a perpendicular PC. So this is our construction here. So you can see when we have made all these perpendiculars, we are getting two triangles. Triangle PAQ, you can see the name here, and triangle BPC, you can see the name of the triangle here. So there are two triangles, this is one and this is two. Now we can prove that these two triangles are similar. Now what is the meaning of similar triangle? Two triangles which are equiangular and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Means when we take the ratio of their corresponding sides, there are three pair of ratios for the corresponding sides. So when we take the ratio of the corresponding sides pair, then that ratio comes equal. Now how can we prove these two triangles similar? See this. Now this line and this line will be parallel. Why? Because this line making perpendicular here, this line making perpendicular here. So these two lines are parallel, and on these, this is 90-degree line and this is 90-degree line. So automatically these two lines will be parallel. So this angle and this angle will be equal. Why? These are making a pair of what? Corresponding angle, and this angle is of 90-degree, this angle is of 90-degree. So triangle 1 and 2 are similar by the double A criterion, similarity criterion double A. Now as I said right now, when the two triangles are similar, their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Now we can check the corresponding side. It is just like the congruent triangle case. We will take first two alphabet here PA and first two alphabet here BP. So ratio will be PA upon BP. This will be equal to, let me take last two alphabet AQ, last two alphabet PC, so AQ upon PC. Then take first and last PQ upon BC. So this is the use of similarity of these two triangles. The corresponding sides of the two triangles are in the same ratio. Now we have obtained this. Now let me find the length of these sides. First of all, let me take AQ. Now we can see this AQ is equal to RS. So if we can find RS, that will be equal to AQ. Now how to find RS? Now see, from here to here means O to S. This distance is x, because on the x-axis we can say coordinate for P is x comma y, means this distance is x, and this distance OR, if you will see the coordinate for A is x1, so up to R the distance will be x1. So this much is x1. So this remaining distance RS will be x minus x1. You can see here x minus x1. So AQ will be, our AQ will be x minus x1. This we will obtain. Now let me find the length for the PC in the same manner. PC. Now this is the line PC. This PC equals to ST. So if we find ST, we can get the length of PC. Now let me see how to find ST. Now this distance on the x-axis, if you will see in the figure, the coordinate for B is x2. So it means up to this much the distance is x2. And we have seen the distance from O to S is x. So this remaining distance ST will be x2 minus x. We can see here x2 minus x. So length of PC will be x2 minus x. Similarly, on the y-axis, we will find the length of PQ. Now see, this is PQ. Now up to here, this distance is y, that is PS, and from AR, that is QS. This distance from here to here, this is y1. So from here to here, y, from this point to this, y1. So this remaining distance PQ will be y minus y1. So that is your y minus y1, that is your PQ. Similarly, we will find BC. So for BC, this complete is our y2, and up to C the distance was y. So this remaining distance will be y2 minus y. So this is coming y2 minus y. So in this ratio portion, we have taken out the value for AQ, PC, PQ and PC. Now what about PA upon BP? Now PA, this PA and this is PB. As we have discussed, this point P divides this complete side in the ratio M1 upon M2. It means the value for PA upon PB will be M1 upon M2, which is written here. So now in this expression number 1, we have replaced PA by BP by M1, M2, and we have replaced their values from here. So we got M1 upon M2 equal to x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y. Now three ratios are equal to each other. So to find the value for x, let me take first two parts of the ratio, means this one. So m1 upon m2 equals to x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 x. This we have taken. Then we will do the cross multiplication. After doing the cross multiplication, we will take the term containing x on one side and all the remaining terms on the other side. Then we will take the common things out, and finally, after doing all the calculation, the value for x coordinate will come, this x will come m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. As we have discussed earlier, if we are taking this side part of ratio, we will take other side of x coordinate. So m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon sum of the ratio, that is m1 plus m2. Similarly, for finding the value for y, we will take first part of the ratio and second part of the ratio, and upon simplification we will get the value for y, this here, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. So children, this is the derivation of section formula, that if a point P divides your given line AB whose coordinates are given as x1 y1 x2 y2 in a particular ratio m1 upon m2, then coordinate for x and y can be obtained by using this formula. And method of learning the procedure formula is very easy. If we take one side part of the ratio, then we take other side of x coordinate for finding x, and in the denominator we take the sum of the ratios part. Same we follow for the y coordinate. So this is the derivation of section formula. Now, so we have derived our section formula. You can see here, this is the section formula. Now, sometime question comes, find the ratio in which the point divides the particular line. Means here we have taken the ratio to be m1 upon m2. Sometime question comes, find that ratio. So for doing the calculation part, or we can replace m1 and m2 by k ratio 1. So our formula m1 is replaced by k, m2 is replaced by 1. So we will get here k, and here we will get 1. So our formula will be turned in this form. This is a very important point, because when we have to find the ratio in question, sometimes we have to find this ratio m1 upon m2. So instead of taking m1 upon m2, we take ratio to be k is to 1 because this makes our calculation easier. So our formula will change into x coordinate will be k. You can compare. In place of m1 we have put k. In place of m2 we have put 1. So our formula will be kx2 plus x1 upon k plus 1, ky2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. In this question x1 x2 will be given to us. So we have to find this variable k. Now very important and special case. Right now we are saying suppose this is a line AB, point P can lie anywhere on this line. Okay, but suppose this point P is lying just in the middle of this line segment AB. Suppose it is the midpoint. In that case, how to find the coordinate for this midpoint? Now see, if this is the midpoint, then the ratio of AP upon PB, both the length will be equal. So if you will find the ratio of AP and PB, it will come 1 upon 1. Means the ratio M1 upon M2, which we are discussing till now, M1 upon M2. This ratio will become 1 upon 1. So here in place of m1 we can write 1, in place of m2 we can write 1. So we will get 1x1 plus 1x2 and denominator 1 plus 1, 1y1 plus 1y2 upon 1 plus 1. So x coordinate will be for the point P will be x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y coordinate will become y1 plus y2 by 2. So this way we can find the coordinates for the midpoint of any line segment. So children, this is all about the derivation of section formula and a special case, that is midpoint section formula. Now let me discuss the application of section formula in solving the various questions. Now first of all, let me discuss a direct question that is based on formula. Now the question is, find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining the point 4, minus 3 and 8, 5 in the ratio 3:1 internally. It's a direct question. Suppose there is a line and we have taken 2 points A and B. Suppose the coordinate for A is 4, minus 3. This we have taken, and coordinate for B we have taken 8, 5. Then there is a point, suppose P is there, whose coordinates are x, y, and the ratio is given 3:1, means the value for m1 m2 is given 3:1. Now we have to find the coordinates for this P, that is x, y. So let me use the formula. We know the ratio, we know x1 y1, x2 y2. So for x, when we will take x here, if suppose we are taking left side part of the ratio, then we will take the right side x coordinate, means 3 into 8, this one. And when we will take 1, so we will multiply 1 into 4. So 3 into 8, 24, 1 into 4, 4, upon sum of the ratio 3 plus 1. So now 3 8 the 24 plus 4, 28, 28 upon 4 will be 7. So x coordinate will be 7. Similarly, when we have to find the y coordinate, so if we take left side part of the ratio, we will take right side y coordinate. So 3 into 5 and plus 1 into minus 3. So 3 into 5 plus 1 into minus 3, and in denominator we take the sum of the ratio, so that will be 3 plus 1. Now 3 5 is 15 minus 3. So 15 minus 3 will be 12. 12 upon 4 will be 3. So the coordinate for this point P, that is x, y, will be 7, 3. So this is the direct application of section formula. Moving on to next question. Now here we have to find the ratio. Question is, in what ratio does the point minus 4, 6 divide the line segment joining the points A minus 6, 10 and B 3, minus 8. Now here we are given line, suppose AB. Okay, the coordinates for A and B are given here. A is this, B is this. Now the point, suppose P which we are taking is already given here minus 4 comma 6. Okay, this is given. Now coordinate for A is minus 6 comma 10 and coordinate for B is given 3 comma minus 8. Now so here both the points, the point which is dividing it internally, its coordinate are given. We have to find the ratio. So as we discussed, the ratio generally we take as m1 ratio m2, but for making our calculation easier and for doing question purposes, instead of m1 ratio m2 we take ratio to be k ratio 1. So this makes our calculation work easier. So in such type of questions we will take the ratio as k ratio 1. Now in this figure you can see we have x1 y1, x2 y2, x and y also given as, and we have the ratio k is to 1. Now if we have to find the coordinate for this p, that is x comma y in general, so our x coordinate will be, now this is the ratio, first of all k multiply 3 and 1 multiply minus 6. So you can see k multiply 3 will be 3k and 1 multiply minus 6 will be minus 6 divided by sum of the ratio, and sum of the ratio here will be k plus 1. So this is our x coordinate. Then for y coordinate, k multiply minus 8, so minus 8k, and 1 multiply 10, it will be plus 10 upon sum of the ratio k plus 1. So this is in general the coordinate for this point P, that is x and that is y. But we already know the coordinates for P, that is minus 4 comma 6. So in place of x and y we can write minus 4 comma 6. So this is representing x, this is representing y, and whose value already we know minus 4 comma 6. Now to find the k we can equate any, this x or this x, this y or this y. You can see this is the x and y coordinate. So we have taken minus 4 here and this x coordinate in terms of k we have written. On doing the calculation process we will get k equals to 2 upon 7. So we can write ratio as k ratio 1 as 2 ratio 7. So here in this question the ratio in which the P divides AB is 2 ratio 7. So this way we will find the ratio. Now moving on to the next question. Now this is a question, find the coordinates of the point of trisection. Now we have to find the coordinates of point of trisection of the line segment joining point this and this. So we are given a line AB in which the coordinates for the point A is given as 2 comma minus 2 and coordinate for the point B is given minus 7 comma 4. Now point of trisection. Trisection means the points which divides our line segment into 3 equal parts. So we have taken 2 points on this line, suppose P and Q, and these 2 points are dividing this line into 3 equal parts. First part is AP, second part is PQ, and third part is QB. Now we have to find the coordinates for P and Q. So children, here we will be going to be little bit logical. Suppose we have to find the coordinate for P, means this is x and y we have to find. Now for finding x and y we require x1 y1, we require x2 y2, and third thing we require is the ratio. Now how to get the ratio? So it is very easy. This line is divided into 3 equal parts. So if we will take the length of AP, it will be 1 part. And if we will take the length of PQ, right now forget this point P, we are finding, Q, we have to find this point P coordinate. To forget this Q, so this is 1 part of the line, and from P to P this is 2 parts of the line. So our ratio will be 1 ratio 2. So for this point P the ratio is 1 ratio 2. Now we can easily find x. For x what we will do, we will take 1 here, so multiply with minus 7. So 1 into minus 7 plus if we will take this part of the ratio, we will multiply with this 2, so 2 into 2, and upon ratio with sum will be 1 plus 2. So this is the x coordinate, means the x coordinate of P. Similarly, y coordinate, so 1 multiply 4 and 2 multiply minus 2 upon sum of the ratio. Upon solving this, we will get minus 1. Upon solving this, we will get 0. So we got the value for the coordinate P. Now suppose we have to find the coordinate for Q now. Suppose now this is our x comma y. Now we have changed this x comma y. Now this is our x comma y. Now forget this P. So now our line is AB and point is Q. Now if you will look for the ratio, so you see from A to Q now we have two parts of the line. So this is two parts in the terms of ratio, and from Q to B we have only one part of the ratio. So it means now the ratio for point Q will be 2:1. Now to find Q, then we will take suppose 2. So 2 multiply minus 7 and 1 multiply 2. You can see here 2 multiply minus 7 plus 1 into 2 upon sum of the ratio 2 plus 1. Similarly for y coordinate, 2 into 4 and 1 into minus 2 upon 2 plus 1. So upon solving it will come minus 4 comma 2. So we have obtained the coordinates for P and Q. For P it is minus 1 comma 0 and for Q it is minus 4 comma 2. One more thing is there. Once you have taken out the point P, that is your minus 1 comma 0, so you can also find this Q by midpoint section formula. How? See, now from here to here one part of the line, here to here one part of the line, so PQ and QB are equal, so it means Q is the midpoint, and we know the coordinate for P and B, so we can find this Q by using midpoint section formula also, that is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So these are the two ways by which we can find the point of trisection. Now the next question, a very good question and important from examination point of view also. The question is, find the ratio in which the y-axis divides the line segment joining point 5 comma minus 6 and minus 1 comma minus 4. Also find the point of intersection. Now if you will take the Cartesian coordinate plane, this 5 comma minus 6 will lie here somewhere in the fourth quadrant, and your second point minus 1 comma minus 4 will lie here somewhat here in third quadrant. Okay, and if you will join them you will get a line. Now you are watching that this y-axis is intersecting this line at this point, means this point is dividing this line in a particular ratio, and we have to find that particular ratio and also the coordinate of this point. Now as we know, if any point lies on the y-axis, its coordinate will be 0 comma y, because for any point on the y-axis the x coordinate is always 0. So we can see the coordinate for this point is 0 comma y. So now we got this condition. This is the point 0 comma y, and this point is 5 comma minus 6, and this point is minus 1 comma minus 4. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is P. So now this question is turned into a simple question. We have to find the ratio, so we will take the ratio to be k ratio 1. So we can easily find now for x coordinate, that is 0 here. So 0 will be equal to k multiply 5, 5k, and 1 multiply minus 1, minus 1. So 5k minus 1, and sum of the ratio will be k plus 1. So you can see this here 5 this will, let me see, 5k. Okay, we can take the ratio part this way also. We can take ratio from here to here also. Suppose this we can take as k as it is taken here. This we can take as k and this we can take as 1. So this way also we can do. So now k multiply minus 1 minus k and 1 multiply 5, it will be plus 5 upon k plus 1. Similarly, we will multiply for y coordinate 1 into minus 6, minus 6 it will become, and k into minus 4 it will become minus 4k upon sum of the ratios, so that will become k plus 1. Now we got the value for x coordinate this way and y coordinate this way. We can take this k and this 1 also, and we can take k this and 1 also. It doesn't make any difference. So this way, so k multiply minus 1 minus k, 1 multiply 5 plus 5 upon k plus 1. Similarly, k into minus 4 minus 4k and 1 into minus 6 upon sum of the ratio. Now these are the coordinates for this point P. Here we are watching x coordinate is 0. It means this will be equals to 0. So we have taken this minus k plus 5 upon k plus 1 equal to 0. So value for k is coming 5. It means our ratio k is to 1 is 5 ratio 1. So we got the ratio first of all. Now we have to find the coordinates of this point. Now this is 0. Now for y, this is the y coordinate. So in place of k we can put here 5. So minus 4 into 5 minus 20. Minus 20 and minus 6 will be minus 26. Then 5 plus 1 will be 6. So minus 26 upon 6 will be minus 13 by 3. So this point is 0 and this will come minus 13 by 3. So this is the point of coordinates for this point of intersection. Now moving on to the next question for this discussion. Now question is, if the points A 6, 1, B 8, 2, C 9, 4 and D P, 3 are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, find the value of P. Now you can see these four are the vertices of a parallelogram. Now we have to find the value for P. Now children, in this question we are going to take the help of section formula, for which we will take the help of properties of a parallelogram, that diagonal of a parallelogram bisect each other. Now see this, A, B, C and D. Now see, the coordinate for A is 6, 1. Coordinate for B is 8, 2. Coordinate for C is 9, 4. And coordinate for D is P, 3. Now as I said, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. If I'll take AC like this, and if I'll draw this BD this way, to the point where these two will intersect, suppose this is O, this point of intersection will act as the midpoint for AC and BD both, because as we discussed, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, so AO will be equal to OC, similarly OD will be equal to OB. Now focus on the line segment AC. For AC, this O will act as the midpoint, and if we have to find the coordinates for this O, so we know that midpoint section formula is x coordinate will be x1 plus x2 upon 2, means the sum of the x coordinates divided by 2, and y coordinate will be y1 plus y2 upon 2. It means sum of the y coordinates divided by 2. So we can see here the x coordinate sum will be 6 plus 9 divided by 2, and sum of y coordinates will be 1 plus 4 divided by 2. So if we have to find the coordinates for this O using midpoint section formula for AC, it will come 15 upon 2, 6 plus 9 15, and denominator is 2, 15 upon 2, and then 1 plus 4 5 upon 2. So coordinate for O in terms of AC we have obtained this. Similarly, if we consider this diagonal BD, where O is the midpoint, and we have to find the value for this O, we will use this formula, sum of the x coordinate divided by 2. So x coordinates are 8 plus p upon 2. We will get 8 plus p upon 2. Similarly, y coordinate 2 plus 3 will be 5 and upon 2. So we have obtained this coordinate for in terms of line AC, in terms of line BD. Because for both the line AB, AC and BD, this O is same. So we can say these coordinates will be equal. So we have put a equal to sign. Now from here we will compare the x coordinate, this one, 15 upon 2 and 8 plus p upon 2, because these are the x coordinate for the same point, so they must be equal. So we can write 15 upon 2 equals to 8 plus p upon 2, and upon solving the value for p will be 7. So children, this is the way how to use the section formula for solving the questions. Thank you.